On Osrc News at 7, President Tinubu lists Ondo State others as beneficiaries of National Investment Initiative. Ondo State government intensifies efforts at ensuring adequate power supply as Ayedatiwa inaugurates committee 100 shops for dealing in fake alcoholic scene. Tension increases as M23 armed group make more advances in Eastern Democratic Republic of Congo. Thank you very much for joining us tonight on the news at 7 on OSRC television. I am Oyumi Ayinigbara. Ondo State Governor Lucky Ayedatiwa says no efforts will be spared to make the state an investment haven by making it conducive for businesses to thrive. Governor Ayedatiwa, who played host to a delegation of Nigerian Backbone Infrastructure Limited at his office in Akure, hailed President Bola Tinubu's special interest in the state by referring it to investors. The governor described Ondo State as a big market which is open to more investors due to its abundant natural and mineral resources. Government House correspondent Wahab Ankali completes the story.
Determined to further open up the state to investors towards boosting its economic growth, Ondo State Governor Lucky Ayedatiwa received in audience a delegation of Nigeria Backbone Infrastructure Limited, led by its Chief Executive Officer, Mr. Henry Owonka.
CEO, Nigeria Backbone Infrastructure Limited.
Mr. Owonka, who applauded the governor for his administration's drive to make the state an investment haven, expressed the readiness of his organization to contribute to its economic growth.
Our program of investment cuts across multiple sectors. This goes from agriculture, energy, transportation, civil development, healthcare, and so on. We prepared and presented an investment program to Mr. President in Qatar during his state visit. Our program and our group will be bringing investment on a yearly basis of $6 billion into Nigeria to address all this infrastructure gap. Based on the sectors and the areas that we've identified, as the gentleman has mentioned, Ondo State plays a critical role, and the port that we're interested in building is the deep-sea port. We're also very interested, with the governor's permission to develop and build a construction refinery here in Ondo State.
Governor Lucky Ayedatiwa, while thanking the visitors for choosing to invest in the state, said his administration will not relent efforts at promoting the economic prosperity of the state and the people.
You mentioned the areas that you're looking at. You talked about you are vast, you have potential in developing the agri sector, the energy sector, health, but more particularly you zero in on the deep sea port, which is very dear to us here in Ondo State. That is one investment that we cannot wait for it to start to come upstream, even though there are processes. And well, we've started with the first phase, which is the port declaration, getting the license, which we have already. We're just trying to tidy up one or two things regarding that. Today, you know the price of PMS and AGO, because we are importing them and it's been affected by the foreign exchange movement. Everybody has brought so much hardship to our people. And if we have local refineries that will refine all of this product cheaper than the price we're importing, it will be better for us. So we cannot wait for you to come about leaving. Our arms are open, wide open to have you in as soon as you can.
The governor, who called on the investors to focus on agriculture, by taking advantage of its abundant resources as the largest producers of cocoa in the country, appreciated President Bola Tinubu for selecting the state as one of the few beneficiaries of the investment initiative. He expressed his government's commitment to improving the security architecture of the state to further promote investment at all levels. Wahab Bankwale, Osrc News.
In a significant move aimed at Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa has inaugurated a committee to oversee the transition period of regulatory oversight transfer from the Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission to the Ondo. The committee's principal mandate is to develop modalities for the improvement of electricity supply within the state, ensure smooth transfer of authority from federal institutions to the state, and enhance local governance and control over electricity for the benefit of the people of Ondo State. Members of the committee include Tuju Light Ariomo, who is to serve as chairman, while the special advisor to the governor on energy, Johnson Alabi, is to serve as the vice chairman. Other members of the committee are Mrs. Iyabo Adefemi, a former regional head of BEDC, and Olumayowa Ajumobi, the director of planning of the Ondo State Power Company, while the state coordinator of the Ondo State Electricity Regulatory Bureau, Stephen Bolawole, will serve as the secretary. Benga Akeju will represent the Transmission Company of Nigeria as a member of the committee, while the BEDC has been directed to nominate a representative. The governor said the committee is a vital step towards achieving the goal of a more efficient and locally controlled electricity regulatory market. Meanwhile, Ondo State government has announced its plan to begin the rollout of 10,000 new electricity meters in this month. Special advisor to the governor on energy, has more.
The introduction of new electricity meters, which will enhance electricity distribution and consumption monitoring across the state, has generated mixed reactions among consumers. While many are optimistic about the potential improvement in the electricity supply and billing transparency, others have raised concern about the cost implication. The special advisor to the governor on energy, Mr. Johnson Alabi, said the initiative underscores the state's commitment to improving the quality of life for its citizens through reliable and efficient energy solutions.
Our intention is to prepare the way forward for the state as it has to do with electricity sector. We are here to serve the people. Like I told some media this morning, that we are more or less intermediaries. So that at the end of the day, there will be balances. We have to meet at certain midpoint so that there won't be problem to the masses and there won't be problem to business activities of the electricity distributors.
Residents lauded the efforts of the state government in ensuring accurate billing for consumers. They also appealed to the government to review the cost of the meters.
The arrangement they are doing now, that they want to make meter available for everyone, is okay. But the only thing I'm saying there is that the price is fairly at the high side, the way I see it. Because when they say 110 for one single phase and 200,000 for 3 phases, so if the government can do something about it to help us bring it down.
The capacity of us differs. Some can afford 500,000 naira immediately, but as I speak to you, some cannot even afford 10,000 naira with the hardship internal. So I want a situation where the government can find a solution, most especially even to the civil servants, so that every one of them can be able to acquire this, by means of reducing the price. Then, if it is for them to pay instrumentally for a period of time, so that they can offset the bill.
Addressing the concern of the cost, Mr. Johnson Alabi assured the Ondo State government is exploring various options to make the meters more affordable.
In about a week or maximum 2 weeks from now, people would have been getting meters from us. We want to give benefits to those people who are able to pay outrightly first. And by the time we are bringing in some other tranches, then we can now look at a way to structure it.
As the state braces for the rollout, all eyes will be on the implementation process and the government's ability to address the financial concern of citizens. Tosin Adeboali, OSRC News.
You're still watching Osrc News at 7. After the break, we'll bring you more stories. Please stay with us.
I'll call you on normal now, okay?
Gotta go now.
Okay, why don't you hang up?
No, you hang up.
You're the one who's gonna eat now. You need to hang up now.
No, I dare you to hang up.
You want me to hang up?
You really need to hang up now.
No, you hang up, you hang up.
No, you hang up. I have to go.
You really want me to hang up?
Let's switch to a video call so I can see your face.
You're looking fine.
Now you can hang up. Hang up, Joe.
Make your nights memorable with Glow Night Data Bundle. Dial *312# to start.
Power your relentless ambition with ultra-high-speed data.
Glow Unlimited.
Thank you very much for rejoining us. You can watch us live on our website www.osrc.ng or follow us on Facebook at OSRC. YouTube, you can subscribe to our channel OSRC TV Ondo. The Transmission Company of Nigeria has suspended the planned power outage on the Osogbo Akure and Ado-Ekiti 132 kV lines. The outage was earlier scheduled for 2 months, according to the BEDC Electricity PLC. The Head, Branding and Corporate Communications, BEDC, Evelyn Biwen, in a statement said that the suspension is still for the notice. BEDC had earlier informed its customers in Ondo and Ekiti that TCN is scheduled to carry out maintenance work on the 132 kV Osogbo Akure transmission line for 2 months. Ondo State's Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa says the efficacy of prayers cannot be ignored if living souls, the state and the country must overcome numerous challenges facing them. Governor Aiyedatiwa, who played host to the founder of the Omega Prayer Ministry, Apostle Johnson Suleiman in Akure, noted that constant prayers are essential for the peace and prosperity of the state and Nigeria, especially at this challenging time. The governor appealed to residents of the state to sustain their prayers and support for its administration. Government House correspondent Wahab Bankole completes the story.
The founder of Omega Fire Ministry, Apostle Johnson Suleiman, was accompanied to the governor's office in Akure by some close associates to meet minds with Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa on how to further seek the face of God in advancing the growth and development of the state. Apostle Suleiman, who described the governor's emergence as divine, also noted that his visit to the state is prophetic. The cleric, who is in the state for a 2-day crusade, assured that his ministry will continue to pray for the peace and prosperity of the Sunshine State and Nigeria.
I want to say Ondo is lucky, sir. Ondo is lucky to have Governor Lucky, and we want to thank God for you. Your emergence, the whole process, your emergence to this seat is obviously something that portrays one thing, the finger of God. Anytime you conspire against a man, you remind God of Satan. How Satan conspired. So anywhere God sees a man being fought, God takes side with that man. And wisdom demands, if you fight a man once, you saw God. You fight him twice, you saw God. If you are wise, stop fighting. We identify with you. We stand with you. believe in what God has sent you to do. You are not just a governor, you are a messenger. There's an assignment that the Lord God Almighty has for you. And we are here to agree with you and declare that that assignment, nothing will stop it. In the name of Jesus. Amen.
Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa, who commended the cleric and his ministry for their global gospel outreach and righteousness, also applauded him for his courage to always speak the truth to power. Aiyedatiwa restated his passion to always walk the right path to prosper the state for the will of God to prevail.
All those things have been peaceful, but we can even have more of it because it's never enough. Like people always say, no nation have 100% peace or crime-free 100%. We have also, but your presence will further strengthen the peace we enjoy in this state because the God we are serving is God of peace. And he said, when the righteous on the throne, there is peace and prosperity in the land. We give God the glory for our emergence and the governor of Ondo State, which you have also attested to. It's only God that has brought us here. None by our might, none by our power, but by His Spirit. And we always walk in that path. And God is showing to us that path of righteousness, to do His will, to bring His purpose to bear in Ondo State.
The governor urged continued prayers for Ondo State's development and prosperity, as well as peaceful governorship election scheduled for November this year. Wahab Bankole, Osrc News.
The governor of Ondo State, Lucky Aiyedatiwa, has congratulated the National Vice Chairman, South, of the All Progressives Congress APC, Honorable Isaac Kekemeke, on his 61st birthday. Honorable Kekemeke, a former member of the Ondo State House of Assembly, former secretary to the state government and former chairman of the National Examination Council, NECO, is a former chairman of the APC in the state. In a statement by the chief press secretary to the governor, Ebenezer Adenio, Governor Aiyedatiwa describes Honorable Kekemeke as a dedicated public servant, a political leader of repute, and a champion of the people. The governor hails the contribution of Honorable Kekemeke to the development of Ondo State in many capacities and the roles played by Honorable Kekemeke towards the enthronement of the Renewed Hope Agenda administration of President Bola Tinubu. The governor wishes Honorable Kekemeke many happy returns and sound health. In a bid to give back to the system that made him an alumnus of Imadi College in our local government area of Ondo State, Mr. Bankole Falaye has donated a block of classrooms to the school. The donor attributed the motive behind his actions to the desire of his late mother, Mrs. Juliana Falaye, to contribute positively to the development of their community. Omoriola Umbeji has more.
This structure, which includes 4 classrooms and office spaces, was named after the late mother of the donor, Mrs. Juliana Aduke Falaye.
And commissioned on this first day of July 2024 by us, in the presence of His Imperial Majesty, the Olowo of Ajibade Ogunwoye.
Principal of the school, Abayomi Fashawe, while speaking of the uniqueness of the project, said the development would complement government's efforts at creating conducive teaching and learning in schools.
We are immensely grateful to Sogio Bankole Falaye and family for this wonderful gift. Thank you very much, sir. I am also confident that this great effort will be an eye-opener for other committed students who will want their names to be written in gold.
The donor, who left the school in 1981, Mr. Bankole Falaye, said his contribution is also to emphasize that government alone cannot provide all required to realize the dreams of the founding fathers.
Let us continue to strive for excellence and in all we do, knowing that education is the key to unlocking a better future for ourselves and for the generations to come.
The siblings and friends, including Olowo Oba Ajibade Ognoye, charged the school management on proper management of the facility for better academic performance.
We are all challenged by what some of your background has really done here. That we should all be prepared. We should all be prepared to give more to this school, to give more to society, to give more to your kingdom.
This project and others like it are driven by passion, genuine interest in our work, and the urge to contribute one's quota to the development of the school and the town.
What will encourage the donors is when they begin to see good results come out of this.
And for Bankole venturing to build this classroom for his alma mater, is one of a kind.
Donor Bakole Falai's contribution attracted honors and recognition from stakeholders as they presented souvenirs to the Owobon philanthropist.
He has been paying the salary of teachers in this school. He has been awarding scholarship to students in this school. This is just the piece of what he has done.
Omori Ngbeji, Osrc News.
The Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board, JAM, has announced plans to introduce customized SIM cards for candidates during the 2025 UTME registration process. This enables to tackle recurring issues such as SIM theft or loss. In its weekly bulletin, JAM stated that the customized SIM cards will be rolled out next year in collaboration with the Nigerian Communications Commission, NCC. These SIM cards, especially designed for UTME registration, will feature enhanced security measures and will only be accessible to parents. They will have a validity period of 5 years. Professor Ishaq Oluyede, the registrar of JAM, reviewed this development during a visit from a delegation of the West Africa Civil Societies Forum, WACSOV. He expressed confidence that the introduction of customized SIM cards will effectively resolve the various challenges faced during candidates' registration processes. In the meantime, the Joint Admission and Matriculation Board, JAM, has mandated individuals seeking to get admitted to the Nigerian Open University of Nigeria and other open distance learning centers to register via the Joint Admission and Matriculation Board. The candidates are also to register with their unique national identification number. In an advisory released in Abuja, JAM said the move is to checkmate nefarious activities, just as the board promised to make the registration process as seamless as possible. The National Agency for Food, Drug Administration and Control, NAFDAC, has shut down about 100 shops in Ogbite main market, Enugu, for alleged dealing in suspected fake alcoholic beverages. The agency also confiscated a truckload of adulterated products as well as effected arrest of 4 suspected traders in a well-coordinated raid. NAFDAC's Director, Southeast Zone, Mr. Martins, and now we move to the foreign scene. The M23 armed group is making more gains in Eastern Democratic Republic of Congo. As the fighters advance, residents of a town that appears to be on their route are protesting in anger. Tosin Adipowali has details.
Anger in Butembo as the M23 rebel groups appear to be making their way towards the town, which is the main commercial hub in North Kivu province.
We have been informed about the capture of Kanyabayonga by the rebels, and we are not happy. We cannot accept this situation at all.
Kanyabiyunga, a town of around 60,000 people in the North Kivu province, is the latest to fall to the Rwanda-backed M23 armed group. It is less than 150 kilometers from Butembo and seen as opening up a corridor to the rebel who seem to be heading north. Reports say there was a 2-week battle between the Congolese army and M23, but M23 say they are progressing towards what they call the liberation of the region. In Butembo itself, people have blocked roads and are attacking houses of politicians.
We are protesting here since yesterday evening because we want to know the truth. Why are soldiers leaving the front line and coming here to this hotel while rebels are advancing? This is why we're here on the streets.
The mayor denies military of Butembo soldiers are in the hotel.
Rumors have spread across the town that some suspicious person was at the hotel and they wanted to check room by room, but they found nothing. This is why we took some strong security measures to stop these rumors among the population.
Congolese troops reportedly used live fire against protesters. The conflict between the Congolese forces and the Rwanda-backed M23 in the Eastern Democratic Republic of Congo reignited in 2021, although Rwanda denies backing the group. The DRC's prime minister has ruled out diplomatic method to end the fighting, instead called for strong action and targeted sanction.
Nous n'allons pas négocier avec ceux qui nous agressent.
We're not going to negotiate with those who attack us. In the diplomatic way, we have the Luanda agreements, so we can see how the countries that support us in this peace process can force those who are attacking us to stop.
Meanwhile, the UN says the fighting has displaced more than 1.5 million people, one of the highest totals anywhere in the world. Tosin Adeboali, Osrc News.
And with that report from the foreign scene, we conclude the news tonight. But before we go, a quick look at the top stories. President Bola Tinubu has listed Ondo and some other states as beneficiaries of National Investment Initiative. We also told you that Governor Aida Atuwa is intensifying efforts at ensuring adequate power supply as the Electricity Regulatory Transmission Committee was inaugurated in Akure. We also brought to you that no fewer than 100 shops have been shot in Enugu for dealing in fake alcoholic beverages. And from the foreign scene, tension has increased as M23 armed group make more advances in Eastern Democratic Republic of Congo. That's the news tonight. Thank you very much for your time. Good night.